Are you over 60 and still enjoying cheese with your meals? You're not alone. Over 90% of seniors indulge in cheese at least 3 times a week. But here's the twist. A recent European nutrition study found that the type of cheese you choose could either help extend your life or quietly raise your risk of heart disease by up to 67%. That's right. The cheese aisle may look harmless, but hidden among the wedges and wheels are options that could be damaging your arteries, weakening your bones, and accelerating inflammation without you ever noticing. And the most dangerous cheese? You've probably eaten it in the past 48 hours. In today's video, we're revealing the 4 most beneficial cheeses for people over 60, and the 4 you should absolutely avoid. These insights are based on the latest nutritional science, not internet myths. If you're looking to protect your heart, boost your bones, and keep your mind sharp, this countdown could be the game changer you didn't know you needed. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments where you're watching from, how old you are, and your favorite cheese. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more practical, science-backed tips to help you thrive after 60. Now let's jump into the list, starting with the cheeses your body will thank you for. 1. Swiss Gruyere. Here's why authentic Swiss Gruyere deserves the top spot on this list. It's the most complete package of nutrition, digestibility, and health benefits you can find in any cheese. Real Gruyere from Switzerland must be made from raw milk from cows that graze on alpine meadows. This creates a cheese with a unique nutritional profile that scientists are still discovering benefits from. The propionibacteria used in making Gruyere produce propionic acid during aging, which is a compound that, research shows, can reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, and even help prevent certain types of cancer. These same bacteria create the characteristic holes in Swiss cheese and produce vitamin B12 in amounts that surpass almost any other food. Gruyere contains the highest levels of glutathione precursors of any cheese. These are compounds that help your body produce its master antioxidant. Glutathione is crucial for detoxification, immune function, and protecting your cells from damage. But our natural production decreases with age. The specific amino acid profile in Gruyere, particularly its high levels of cysteine and glycine, helps boost glutathione production naturally. The cheese also contains impressive amounts of phosphorus, zinc, and selenium, minerals that work together to support bone health, immune function, and thyroid health. What makes Gruyere truly special for health is its incredible protein efficiency. The 12-month minimum aging process breaks down proteins into D and tripeptides that your body can absorb directly without further digestion. This means you get all the muscle-building, tissue-repairing benefits of the protein without taxing your digestive system. Swiss studies have shown that elderly people who consume Gruyere regularly maintain muscle mass better than those who get their protein from other sources. The cheese also contains compounds called lactopeptides that have been shown to lower blood pressure naturally, making it one of the few cheeses that's actually good for cardiovascular health when consumed in moderation. To get maximum health benefits, melt it gently into warm, not boiling, soups or eat it with whole grain bread, as the combination enhances the bioavailability of its B vitamins and glutathione precursors. 2. Grass-fed raw cheddar. Now, before you worry about the word raw, let me explain why properly aged raw cheddar from grass-fed cows is one of the healthiest foods you can eat. When cheddar is made from raw milk and aged for at least 60 days, which is required by law in many countries, any potentially harmful bacteria are eliminated while the beneficial enzymes in bacteria remain intact. These enzymes, which are destroyed by pasteurization, help your body digest the cheese and absorb its nutrients. Grass-fed raw cheddar contains up to 500% more CLA than conventional cheddar, along with significantly higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, creating an anti-inflammatory powerhouse that fights disease at the cellular level. The vitamin content of grass-fed raw cheddar reads like a pharmacy shelf. It's loaded with vitamin A in its most bioavailable form, retinol, which supports everything from vision to immune function. The vitamin D content is substantial, especially important since many people are deficient in this crucial nutrient. But here's what's really amazing. Grass-fed raw cheddar contains vitamin K2 in the formalawi quatches form, which is the most potent type for preventing arterial calcification and supporting bone health. The cheese also provides significant amounts of vitamin E and beta-carotene, antioxidants that protect your cells from oxidative damage. What sets grass-fed raw cheddar apart is its probiotic content. Unlike pasteurized cheeses, raw cheddar contains dozens of strains of beneficial bacteria that support digestive health, boost immunity, and may even improve mental health through the gut-brain axis. These probiotics produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which nourish the cells lining your colon, and have powerful anti-inflammatory effects throughout your body. To get maximum benefits from grass-fed raw cheddar, never heat it above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, as this destroys the beneficial enzymes and probiotics. Instead, let it come to room temperature for 20 to 30 minutes before eating. Pair it with fermented vegetables like sauerkraut or pickles to create a probiotic powerhouse, and limit servings to 1.5 to 2 ounces to get all the benefits without overdoing the saturated fat intake. 3. Genuine Parmesan cheese. If you think Parmesan is just a sprinkle on topping, think again. Real Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy isn't just cheese, it's a nutritional masterpiece that's been perfected over 900 years. Aged for up to 32 months using time-honored traditions, this cheese is packed with some of the most bioavailable nutrients your body can absorb, especially if you're over 60. Just 1 ounce delivers 10 grams of high-quality protein that's already partially broken down during the aging process, making it gentle on even the most sensitive stomachs. It's also loaded with over 330 milligrams of calcium, more than a glass of milk, but with a bonus: it comes paired with the perfect amount of phosphorus and magnesium for maximum absorption. In fact, Italian researchers found that your body absorbs nearly 100% of the calcium from Parmigiano Reggiano, compared to just 30% from supplements. This cheese gives you all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein that rivals meat, and compounds like casomorphins that help calm the mind and improve sleep. It's rich in tyrosine, too, an amino acid that boosts dopamine and keeps your brain sharp. And because it's naturally lactose-free, even those who typically can't tolerate dairy can enjoy it with ease. What makes it truly special isn't just the nutrition, it's the experience. Break it into small chunks with a knife to preserve its delicate crystals and intense flavor. Eat it like the Italians do, after a meal, paired with a few drops of aged balsamic vinegar to help you digest and absorb every mineral-packed bite. Just 1 ounce can give your body a gentle boost in protein, calcium, and brain-loving compounds, all from a food that's as delicious as it is powerful. 4. Aged Gouda. Let's talk about one cheese that doesn't just taste amazing, it can actually help protect your heart, bones, and gut as you age. It's aged Gouda, and when this cheese is aged for at least 18 months, it undergoes a powerful transformation. Proteins break down into tiny, easily absorbed peptides, which your body, especially your aging digestive system, can use far more efficiently than the proteins in fresh cheese. But the real star of the show is vitamin K2, a little-known nutrient found in aged Gouda that plays a huge role in your longevity. Think of it as the traffic cop for calcium. It guides calcium away from your arteries, where it can cause dangerous plaque buildup, and sends it to your bones where it belongs. Japanese studies show that higher K2 intake can reduce arterial calcification by up to 50%, a game changer for your heart and bone strength. Just 1 ounce of aged Gouda gives you 75 micrograms of K2, more than what most people get in a full week. This cheese is rich in conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a rare fatty acid shown to support fat loss, improve immune function, and even fight cancer. Since aged Gouda loses most of its lactose during the aging process, it's easier to digest, even for those sensitive to dairy. Plus, it's packed with postbiotics, powerful compounds that nourish your gut, fight inflammation, and even support a healthier mood by strengthening the gut-brain axis. To get the most from this nutrient-dense cheese, let it sit at room temperature before eating to release more flavor and make nutrients easier to absorb. Pair 1 to 1.5 ounces with apple slices or whole grain crackers. The fiber helps slow digestion and boosts the effect of Gouda's gut-friendly postbiotics, making this simple snack a nutritional powerhouse that your body will love, especially after 60. These are the 4 cheeses you should keep off your plate, especially if you care about your heart, your memory, and your future. They may look harmless, even familiar, but behind the convenience and flavor lie serious risks: sky-high sodium, inflammatory fats, gut-disrupting additives, and hidden toxins. From processed slices to blue cheese, these choices can quietly undermine your health with every bite. Let's break down the 4 worst offenders, and why avoiding them matters more than you think. 1. Blue cheese. Blue cheese gets its distinctive appearance and flavor from Penicillium roqueforti, which is a type of mold that's intentionally added during the cheese-making process. While this might be safe for many people, what most don't realize is that blue cheese contains extraordinarily high levels of tyramine, a compound that can trigger severe migraines and dangerously spike blood pressure in susceptible individuals. If you're taking MAO inhibitors for depression or Parkinson's disease, eating blue cheese could literally cause a hypertensive crisis that lands you in the emergency room. The mold in blue cheese produces compounds called mycotoxins. And while the levels are generally considered safe for occasional consumption, regular intake of these toxins can accumulate in your body and potentially cause problems. Some people have a sensitivity to these mold compounds without even knowing it, experiencing symptoms like joint pain, brain fog, digestive issues, and chronic fatigue that they never connect to their blue cheese habit. The cheese is also incredibly high in histamines, which can trigger everything from headaches and hives to anxiety and insomnia in people with histamine intolerance. Studies have shown that blue cheese contains up to 10 times more histamines than most other aged cheeses, making it particularly problematic for the estimated 1 to 3% of the population with histamine sensitivity. What makes blue cheese especially concerning is its sodium content and the type of saturated fat it contains. A single ounce can pack over 400 milligrams of sodium, and the sharp flavor often leads people to use more than they would with milder cheeses. The saturated fat in blue cheese is particularly high in palmitic acid, which research has shown to be more inflammatory and harmful to cardiovascular health than other types of saturated fats. Blue cheese also has one of the highest calorie densities of any cheese, making it easy to overconsume. Perhaps most troubling is that the strong flavor of blue cheese can mask when it's gone bad, and consuming spoiled blue cheese can lead to serious food poisoning. The combination of high tyramine, histamines, inflammatory fats, excessive sodium, and potential mycotoxin exposure makes blue cheese a very risky choice that offers minimal nutritional benefits compared to its potential for harm. 2. PreShredded cheese in bags. This might surprise you, But pre-shredded cheese is one of the worst cheese choices you can make, and it has nothing to do with laziness and everything to do with what they add to keep those shreds from clumping together. The anti-caking agents used, typically cellulose, wood pulp, or potato starch, can make up to 4% of the product's weight. While cellulose isn't toxic per se, it's completely indigestible and can cause digestive issues, especially in people with sensitive stomachs or conditions like IBS. More concerning is that these additives prevent the cheese from melting properly and interfere with nutrient absorption by coating the cheese particles. Many pre-shredded cheeses also contain natamycin, an antifungal agent used to prevent mold growth. While it's considered safe in small amounts, natamycin is actually an antibiotic that can disrupt your gut microbiome with regular consumption. This is particularly problematic because a healthy gut microbiome is crucial for everything from immune function to mental health. The cheese used in pre-shredded products is often of the lowest quality, made from milk containing higher levels of hormones and antibiotics than cheese you buy in block form. The increased surface area for shredding also causes rapid oxidation, destroying beneficial nutrients and creating harmful compounds. Here's something the industry doesn't advertise. Pre-shredded cheese often contains more histamines than block cheese due to the extended processing and storage time. Histamines can trigger headaches, digestive issues, skin problems, and anxiety in sensitive individuals. The convenience factor also comes with a higher risk of contamination as the shredding process introduces more opportunities for bacterial growth, and several major recalls have been issued for pre-shredded cheese contaminated with Listeria or E. coli. When you factor in the lower nutritional value, added chemicals, potential for contamination, and inferior taste and melting properties, buying pre-shredded cheese is essentially paying more money for an inferior, potentially harmful product. 3. Cheese spreads in jars. If you've ever picked up one of those cheese spreads in jars that sit on the shelf for months without refrigeration, here's a reason to think twice. These aren't really cheese, they're processed blends of modified starches, artificial oils, and flavoring chemicals with only a trace of real dairy. The intense processing required to make them soft, smooth, and shelf-stable strips away nearly all nutritional value and replaces it with a cocktail of harmful ingredients. Most of these spreads are made with partially hydrogenated oils, a known source of trans fats so dangerous that many countries have banned them entirely due to their strong link to heart disease. Even the trans fat-free versions often contain intraesterified fats, highly processed alternatives that early research suggests may be just as damaging. The sodium levels are through the roof, more than 500 milligrams in just 2 teaspoons, and let's be honest, most people use far more. These spreads are loaded with sodium-based preservatives and flavor enhancers that can spike your blood pressure, cause water retention, and overwork your kidneys. Add in hidden MSG under names like yeast extract or natural flavors, and you've got a product that could trigger headaches, heart palpitations, or worse in sensitive individuals. What's more, the bright color and cheesy flavor don't come from nature. They're engineered with artificial dyes and synthetic compounds that have been linked to allergic reactions and even potential neurological harm. And perhaps most unsettling, many of these spreads are stored in plastic containers that leach phthalates, hormone-disrupting chemicals tied to reproductive issues, metabolic disorders, and some cancers. All of this adds up to a product with little to no nutritional benefit, and a whole lot of health risk. Studies have consistently shown that regular consumption of processed cheese products, like these, is associated with higher rates of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. If you care about what goes into your body, this is one type of cheese you'll want to leave on the shelf for good. 4. Processed cheese slices. Those individually wrapped cheese slices might be convenient, but they're about as far from real cheese as you can get while still legally calling it a dairy product. These processed nightmares typically contain less than 50% actual cheese, with the rest being a cocktail of emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial colors, and sodium phosphates that spell disaster for your health. The amount of sodium in just 2 slices can exceed 600 milligrams, which is more than a quarter of your daily limit. And it comes in the form of sodium phosphate, which research shows is far more harmful than regular salt. This type of sodium has been linked to accelerated aging, kidney damage, and increased cardiovascular disease risk. The emulsifiers used in processed cheese slices, particularly polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose, have been shown to disrupt the gut microbiome and increase intestinal permeability, often called leaky gut. This can trigger inflammation throughout your body and has been linked to everything from autoimmune conditions to mental health issues. These cheeses also contain artificial colors like yellow 6 and yellow 5, which have been associated with hyperactivity, allergic reactions, and potential carcinogenic effects. The preservatives used to give these products their unnaturally long shelf life, including sorbic acid and natamycin, can accumulate in your body over time and interfere with beneficial gut bacteria. What's particularly insidious about processed cheese slices is that they're often marketed as a good source of calcium and protein, but the forms of these nutrients are poorly absorbed due to the processing methods used. The high heat and chemical treatment destroy any beneficial enzymes and alter the protein structure, making it harder for your body to utilize. These products also contain trans fats, even when the label says 0G, because regulations allow anything under 0.5 G per serving to be rounded down. Regular consumption of processed cheese slices has been linked to increased inflammation markers, higher bad cholesterol levels, and greater risk of metabolic syndrome. So now you see, it's not about giving up cheese. It's about choosing the right ones that work with your body, not against it. At this stage in life, every bite matters more than ever. The cheeses you add to your plate can fuel your heart, strengthen your bones, calm inflammation, and sharpen your mind. But the wrong choices? They can slowly chip away at your health without a single warning sign. Aged Gouda, Parmigiano Reggiano, grass-fed raw cheddar, and authentic Swiss Gruyere aren't just delicious, they're nature's nutritional powerhouses, rich in the exact vitamins, minerals, and gut-friendly compounds your body needs after 60. On the flip side, processed slices, jarred spreads, bagged shredded cheese, and even that tempting blue cheese, may be loading your system with inflammatory fats, artificial chemicals, and hidden toxins. This isn't fear, it's freedom. Because once you know what to avoid and what to embrace, you're back in control. And that's what true health is about, small, intentional choices that lead to a stronger, more vibrant you. If this video opened your eyes or gave you something new to think about, please hit the like button. Share it with someone you care about who deserves to feel better, live longer, and eat smarter. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because each week we bring you practical, science-backed insights designed to help you thrive, not just survive, after 60. Your next breakthrough could be just one video away.